Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 4-8. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗟, that's Durham's online community paper, which you can check out at 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗟.com. Now, with Bull City Hangout, I tell you what's happening today in Durham. I do invite you to click on that link on the 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗟 Facebook page, even though I am on Twitter and YouTube at the same time. If you watch from Facebook, then you can actually join me on camera to shoot the breeze, say hello, share information, promote yourself. All of that would be great. It would also be great if you could share this out. That way more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. So let's get started with the word page. And I hope you're enjoying the eclipse. I guess it's going on. I don't know. It looks normal to me out there right now. I thought it was supposed to be between 11 and 12:30 or something. Anyway, enjoy. Don't look at it directly, though, because actually you can go to YouTube and very quickly make what do they call it, a serial box way of looking at the eclipse without looking at the eclipse directly. So check it out. It's on YouTube. Let me get started with the word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page. Great programs, great services being offered by local nonprofits, the city, county, and state. So just go up and down the page and see what pertains to you. There's some city vacancies you might want to know about. So you can get a political career jump started, or you can just share your information, your knowledge, et cetera, with the community. And let's see. So with Wednesday being the 10th, that is the last day that you can let them know that you're interested in joining either the Durham Affordable Housing Implementation Committee or the Mayor's Hispanic Latino Committee. So you can choose one of those and then put in your application by clicking on the link right there on the word page. So you go to 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗟.com, go to or scroll down to the word page, and then just look for City of Durham and you'll find it. Okay, let's see. Now, there is a new, well, I don't know if it's a new organization, but an organization I'm just now hearing about. It's called CORE, Children of Restaurant Employees. As most of us know, restaurant employees don't make an awful lot of money. Most of them don't. So they're not super highly paid. So when there's a medical crisis, or if you need, if there's an injury, death in the family or whatever, very often they really, really struggle. So CORE, the Children of Restaurant Employees, is a national program. Their main offices are in Tennessee and Georgia. So I guess it's Southern based. So anyway, they can help people in the food industry with their rent, with their mortgage payments, utilities, prescriptions, medical equipment, child care, funeral expenses, funds for basic necessities. So if you are super struggling and you're in the food industry, not making much money, then there is a link that I just put in this morning where you can click on it, see what the program is all about. It's in English and in Spanish, and then you can see what you can apply for. You can see what they pay for, what they don't pay for. So definitely, the help is there. So check it out by going to the word page and look for CORE, Children of Restaurant Employees. There you go. The Durham County Libraries are all open until 8 today, and they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and then Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. And let's see what's happening at the Durham Tech Small Business Center. They have in-person classes, none today, but they also have online classes. They're being offered across the state. So there's a couple of classes I can tell you about. So today from 6 until 8, there's a free online class, Writing an Effective Business Plan. The link is right there on the word page for you to sign up. Here's another one, also from 6 until 8, How to Start a Small Business. And then tomorrow afternoon, just to let you know, at 2 o'clock, there's going to be a free class, How to Use Instagram Reels. That might be something that you want to check out. Okay, and it looks like SCORE has something going on. SCORE is the Service Corps of retired executives. They know everything there is to know about running a business. You can get a mentor. Their office is right here in Durham. They have free webinars. So let's see what they've got going for tomorrow. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, they're going to have a free live webinar, Benefits of Volunteering with SCORE as a Business Mentor. So if you, again, if you're retired from business, you know pretty much what it takes to run a business, then you might want to be a mentor. Check it out. It's going to be tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Okay, let's go to the health page. It's called To Your Health. And Barb is waiting in the wings. I wonder if, well, actually, where she is, it's only 9 o'clock. I don't even, oh, Barb is not in the area where she can see the eclipse. That's right. But anyway, we'll bring her on right after the weather. Okay, let's see. The health page has lots of great information, by the way. But also, there's information about blood drives. So let's see what's happening with the American Red Cross. So the American Red Cross, let's see, tomorrow, they will be at Epworth UMC. That's the church on, which is at 3002 Hope Valley Road. And they will be there tomorrow from 10 until 2:30. And then I think Blood Connection, let's see if they have anything going on. Okay, nothing today, nothing tomorrow. Okay, let me go to the health events page. First, I do need to let you know that HELP, the Health Equipment Loan Program, they are open tomorrow from 10 until 2 at 4206 North Roxborough Street. This is where you donate or borrow for 3 months at a time items like wheelchairs, canes, tub transfer benches, that sort of thing. So definitely, if you need those items, check it out. If you have those items to donate, check it out as well. They're open 2 days a week, Tuesdays 10 to 2, Fridays 1 to 5. Okay, let's go to the health events page by clicking on the big blue button. That's the support group information. So let's see what's happening. Oh, KidsCan is tonight. So it's virtual. Tonight is virtual, where young people ages 4 to 10, whose parents or guardians or grandparents have been diagnosed with cancer, they get together, they get their questions answered, they get to hang out. So it's going to be online tonight from 6:30 until 7:30. It's run by Duke. Now tomorrow, the Duke Dementia Morning Care Partner Support Group will meet online at 10:30. This is a great way to get tips, get information about caring for loved ones with dementia or Alzheimer's. Another great meeting hosted by Duke. And let's see what else is happening. Let us now go to the Senior Scope page. Let's see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue. Free parking, free membership, free events. They've got the bouncy ball things, the treadmills, and the machinery for working out. They've got ping pong. They've got a pool room for billiards, all kinds of stuff. They work out every morning to music. It's really a fun place to hang out. They have a walking club. They have a gardening club. So anyway, let's see what's happening in particular today. Okay, the Stroke Survivor Support Group, they will be meeting from 1 until 2:30. And then the Lifeline Dancers, so it's line dancing, 3:30 until 4:30 in the exercise room. So that's really fun. And then you can call and see if you can set an appointment for tomorrow between 9 and 1 for the Durham County Veteran Services. People who are military veterans and their families are often eligible for benefits that they have forgotten about or didn't know about. So definitely set an appointment and see if you can get in tomorrow between 9 and 1 and find out if you're eligible for certain benefits. We're talking housing, medical care, etc. TED Talk Tuesdays is tomorrow from 9:30 until 10:30, where if you're an elder and you love tech, get to talk about tech tomorrow starting at 9:30. You don't have to register, just show up. And let's see what's happening in the special events area. Let's see. Okay, here's the special, it's like a class being offered by certified senior housing professional Tracy Draper Pierce. She's going to have a class today, Moving Mom and Dad. What are the 5 mistakes to avoid when moving your loved ones? You might be the loved one who needs to move It's up to you. You can take this class. It's from 12:30 until 1:30 in the theater. So if you happen to be close by or downtown already, hop in the car and see if you can get over there real quick. You do have to register. So call very quickly, 919-688-8247, extension 110, and see if you can slip in there. Now, tomorrow from 1 until 2:30, the Grief Peer Support Group Fellowship Potluck. It's going to be for people experiencing grief. You can share your stories and a meal, so you can call and register at extension 110. Okay, let's go to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events page. There are other pages to explore. I invite you to do so by going to DurhamSkyWriter.com and check out the whole website. But today we're just going to go to the Let's Go page to end off Bull City Hangout. Of course, we're going to bring on Barb after the weather. So New Visions of Africa Restaurant, they will be giving away free meals today from 3 until 6 for people who are in need. Just stop by, give your name, and they'll give you something to eat. The Walk to Wellness is a weekly event held at the Lion Park Recreation Center from 6 until 7. It's free, so check that out. Also, the Glass Jug Beer Lab, they're hosting the weekly disc golf putting tournament. This is at Highway. Now, there's 2 glass jugs. This one is on Highway 55, 5410 Highway 55. This will be from 6 until 10. Lots of fun. Disc golf is like fancy frisbee. Bring 3 putters and $6 so that you can join the double elimination randoms double tournament. All right. The Hayti Heritage Center is the home of the Heritage Rhythms African dance class. That's every Monday from 6:30 until 8 upstairs in the Chuck Davis Dance Emporium. This costs $10, and basically you start out with the stretches, etc., and then you learn dance moves, cardio to music from the African diaspora. Fun event. Marva's Fun's going to have her Stay Well virtual line dance class from 7 until 8 on Zoom. Learn the different line dances for free. DJ R&B is going to be hosting Music Bingo at the Hayti Collective Kitchen across from the Hayti Heritage Center on Fayetteville Street. Now, they start out with bingo at 8. Within an hour later, they start the karaoke, and that goes for a couple of hours. Free admission, but order something because it is a restaurant after all. Now, on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, the Durham County Sheriff's Office's Animal Services Division, they have rabies vaccination clinics for your pet. So call, make an appointment between 9:30 and 11 or between 2 and 3:30. Bring $10 exact change, and then your pet can be vaccinated against rabies. Also happening tomorrow, the East Regional Library, they're going to have the Over 50 crowd. I went a couple of Tuesdays ago. This is from 10 until 11:30. Basically, you're having coffee, you're chatting, you're just basically hanging out. Also, with tomorrow being Tuesday, New Visions, they'll have their grocery giveaway. So that's tomorrow, starting at 12:30. 1306 Fayetteville Street. If you're driving, go around and park in the W.D. Hill parking lot. Otherwise, you can take the 5 or the 5K bus and get off right there at W.D. Hill. And I think that's it. Let me make sure. That is it. Let's check the weather. Today is like the best. It's the absolute best. It is 67 degrees right now. It's going all the way up to 76 degrees. Yes, I said it. 76. It's going to be sunny all day long. It's going to be the absolute perfect day. Now, tomorrow, it'll be a little less perfect, but still pleasant. It'll be 71 degrees and cloudy. I wonder if it's going to rain this week. Let me see. So, okay. It's going to be cloudy on Wednesday too, but it'll be 75. And it looks like we're going to get some rain on Thursday. But today's Monday, and we're not going to get rain. It's going to, like I said, it's going to be sunny all day long. So definitely enjoy that. And share this show out so that more people can know what's happening. So let's bring on Barb. She is in New Mexico. So let's see what is happening way, way out west. Barb, what's new?
Well, everybody's excited about the eclipse,
Yeah.
except I'm like, we're not going to have the greatest view of it.
Yeah.
And
I
so
think it's
I'm
only
on,
like Texas on it.
yeah. So I'm on ChatGPT, um, creating art
Okay.
and doing some research about all of this. And so one of the things that came up this morning
Hmm.
was one of our friends that we had from Blab. I hadn't heard from her in a long time. Her name is Georgia. Um, I remember Georgia's last name at the moment, but she's a um life coach, long time life coach, and she has
Okay.
a I think a PhD in psychology or something. But she
Okay.
hadn't been on there in a long time, and she had shared from one of the public pages this information on Cleopatra. And I don't know how much I mean, I remember studying Cleopatra at a
Mhm.
time way back in high school,
Wow. Okay.
But I don't know that much about Cleopatra. When I think Cleopatra, I think Elizabeth Taylor in the movie.
Okay.
That's how far back, right? But I
Right.
think we all get a vision in our mind when you see Cleopatra.
Sure.
I mean, when I say Cleopatra. But so then I went to ChatGPT and I
Hmm.
asked if what was posted was fact, because it was a very lengthy post and it really made her out to be an incredible woman, of her
Okay.
time.
Okay.
And so I thought, well, this is good. I want to know all about this. And so I started, the first thing I asked it, I put the copy in and I said, is this true? You know, so
Hmm.
I'm asking ChatGPT, which has a reputation. It says always check your answers, right? Because it's
Hmm.
drawing. But now, fast forward 2 years since we started playing with it, the artificial intelligence, well, all of OpenAI and all of them in the game are trying to get stuff as current as possible.
Hmm.
So now it has the ability to go out to the internet to get current information, right?
Okay.
So I figure, well, this is sitting over there on Facebook as a public post,
Hmm.
one, what
Hmm.
I put in there. And all I'm asking, is it true, right?
Okay.
And can I read you what I found?
Sure.
Because it was fascinating. I won't read all of their posts, but I gave it the question, and I just said, is the following copy on Cleopatra true? And it
Hmm.
started out, Cleopatra ascended the throne at age 17 and died at the age of 39. Okay, that's the way the original post started. But
Okay.
I put the post in for ChatGPT to analyze, and it says, the narrative about Cleopatra described in your message, while compelling and rich in detail, mixes historical facts with elements that are speculative or exaggerated, according to available historical records and scholarly research.
Hmm.
Below, I will clarify and provide context for the various claims made in the passage.
Okay.
Her ascension to the throne and her death. Cleopatra the seventh. I didn't even know that she was the seventh in her line. Did you know that?
No.
Okay, so it's like, oh, she indeed became the queen of Egypt around the age of 18, not 17, and died at the age of 39.
Okay.
These details align with historical records and are widely accepted among historians.
Hmm.
But her linguistic abilities, and she was noted for her intelligence and education,
Hmm.
and it just goes way down. I mean, this woman was incredible. I mean, in reality, she was.
Wow.
But the claim was that she knew 9 specific languages, including reading hieroglyphics,
Hmm.
is speculative, is what
Oh.
ChatGPT says.
Oh.
Though it's plausible, she knew several languages. The
Hmm.
precise languages and her fluency level in each are not well documented.
Okay.
So, in her scholarly pursuits, she said her education, and this is what ChatGPT renders now, right? So it's telling me in its scholarly pursuits in that
Hmm.
category,
Hmm.
Cleopatra's education likely included a wide range of subjects fitting for so it's doing the same thing that writer did for that
Okay.
Facebook page, but fitting for a ruler of her status.
Mhm.
And that ancient Alexandria was a center of learning and knowledge. And it was likely that she was educated under the tutelage of scholars in Alexandria and had a broad education.
Sure, I definitely expect that.
And so, I mean, it is incredible the things, but, you know, I'm always saying I'm a lifelong learner. You know, I have a great passion for just learning. It's the whole thing about being online is you ask a question, you can always turn to your favorite search engine and put that question in and find some kind of result. But the human factor that we're all toying with now is like, well, how important are we? What jobs are there for us now if you're going to give it all to the artificial intelligence? Is, you know, the human factor has to be able to does discern, and in researching things, you come to a different conclusion by analyzing all the information that's been presented to you. And typically, if you can find real life experiences of people reporting, you know, you can come much closer to the given truth of the day. But it was because we have, I mean, since I was little, I remember seeing scenes of Cleopatra and how, you know, I'm pretty sure as a kid it was, you know, depicted, the popularity of it was depicted during the time when Elizabeth Taylor was playing.
Elizabeth Taylor is Cleopatra.
Yeah, right. And so the other thing, and she influenced science and medicine and so forth. So it just, it was really quite educational. So then I turned to it and I asked it to, you know, generate an image depicting Cleopatra of what she looked like when she became the Queen of Egypt. And so, again, as a kid, I remember that Cleopatra as Elizabeth Taylor, right? That's my visual image. And she's a brunette. So I never once said anything about the movie or anything like that. I just asked it what, you know, it depicted her as. And so it created, I'm going to share it on my profile because it created a beautiful image of a brunette woman, but it's not Elizabeth Taylor, you know, beautiful. It's a beautiful image, but the skin is you could tell it's a skin that tans easily and so forth, but it's not. It's more light than dark. And then the next image I asked it to create was one of Cleopatra studying the languages of ancient Egypt to depict her as studying that. And so in that one, it created images of a really a black-haired Cleopatra, and her skin is very pale. You know, she's clearly Anglo, very pale, and during her studies. So I thought it was quite fascinating how the ChatGPT and the artificial art rendered through artificial intelligence, how it depicted that. I mean, because that's a real time in history. And so I was listening in as you were finishing your weather wrap up, and I was saying, oh, she's going to ask me about the eclipse, and you know, and I'm also into ballooning, and the guys, there are balloonists who have made trips to key areas where so that they could see the total eclipse from the hot air balloon.
Wow,
I would not even want to be in the air, I got to tell you, during a time like that, because you know, it's like, what would that be like if it all of a sudden turned dark, right? And then, you know, but your eyes would be protected. You'd have the envelope protecting you and so forth. But anyway.
I guess if you're way out in the open, you should be okay.
Yeah. The last thing I asked ChatGPT on the Cleopatra run was, you know, is that how, if any total eclipses occurred when she was alive, and did she get to experience any of them in person?
What would you say?
I mean, how many people would ask that question, right?
Not too many.
Right. And so it gave me this intense, to background. I don't think you want to bore your users with it, but it's quite fascinating, and tells me how it's going to come up with my answer. And it says, to answer your question, let's calculate the number of total solar eclipses that happened between 69 BC and 30 BC, and then examine if they were likely to be visible in Europe. So just the fact that it could do that,
Well, she wasn't in Europe, though. She's east of Europe.
So what I get back, it produced an error message, and it says, seems like I made a mistake in trying to use a module that isn't available in this environment to calculate the eclipses during Cleopatra's lifetime. Instead, let me adjust the approach to provide a general answer based on historical and astronomical records without relying on that module. And then it tells me historically solar eclipses occur roughly 2 to 5 times a year in various parts of the world.
Well, I heard today was 7.
But
Anyway,
historically is what it is saying, that it occurs between that.
Okay.
But total solar eclipses in any given location are much rarer, happening approximately once every 375 years on average. And it continues to go really down intense into warning me that, it without precise astronomical software or databases at hand, it's challenging to confirm specific events and their visibility in Europe during Cleopatra's life.
Okay, wow.
There's that, just how far you could push it down. And then you also, on the eclipse, I have corgis. And another one of my friends shared, keep your not your corgis, but keep your pets inside today. And so I said, is it true that we should keep pets indoors during a total eclipse? And ChatGPT said, yes, it's often recommended to keep pets indoors during a total solar eclipse for several reasons, although the necessity might vary depending on the specific animal and situation. And then it goes down to point why, produces points why you should consider it, and so forth. And then it generated an image of my corgi protecting itself while it was outside watching the solar eclipse.
Wow. That's pretty wild. I would think that they would be scared if it suddenly got dark.
That was one of the points. I mean, I'll read them to you if you want, but I was just totally fascinated. I said, I'm not even, the stuff we read online. And then they take in the 2 years and how everybody was fascinated all about artificial intelligence changing the world. And then the next thing that happens is we learn that, we're not going to allow that information that comes up to be copyrightable because there are companies and other entities challenging the source of that training content by the artificial intelligence, and whether or not it actually copied word for word and so forth, So,
but, when it comes to the eclipse, though, I guess anybody can watch any of several science-based websites and watch it live.
Yes.
I'm sure NASA also has it. I'm sure.
Absolutely. Every time NASA includes that. So it's amazing what a big deal we make out of it. But yes, the safest way to watch it, in my opinion, is on YouTube on the NASA channel.
I remember when I first moved to the 2-flat building that I bought in Chicago. I remember the strange lighting during, we had an eclipse in the summertime. I guess that was what year? Like 1991, I guess. And I remember taking a picture of this hosta plant that I had with the bricks in the background. And the lighting made it look luminescent, like it looked like it was, what do you call that white light, UV light, or some kind of weird glow in the dark type. I don't know if I still have that picture, but the lighting was so eerie that I took a quick snap of this plant, and it just looked otherworldly, Right now, everything looks normal, at least here in central North Carolina. I'm not going to look at the sun, of course, but the sky looks normal. I don't see any weird shadows just yet. But I'll probably watch NASA. I'm going to go
Yeah,
to
me too. That's what I'm going to do.
because I do enjoy. I love watching the shuttles taking off, and I love all that stuff.
Yeah, me too.
It's
Me too.
always fun to watch. So.
Well, I just wanted to let you know. I was there and still watching you. I did share your show out, and
Thank you.
I got to give you a big thumbs up and being consistent. I hope your community appreciates you as much as your friends online do.
Well, I actually went to a meeting today, the Golden Life Partnership,
Mm-hmm.
organizations and city government that helps, elderly people. So I was there representing senior pharmacists, and also told them about the Durham Skywriter. And this one lady said, "I love the Durham Skywriter."
Oh, great!
So that was fun.
That really
Always
makes
nice
it
to be
worthwhile.
recognized. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
when you're like me and you work in isolation, you don't know if anybody's paying attention. I have no, you just don't get any real sense of,
Right.
you know, of people. I mean, I don't know. I just hope people are reading the Drum Skywriter and using the information. So it's nice every
Exactly.
now and then for people to say, I do read it. So
Uh,
yes.
you take care. I'll
All right,
see
Barb.
you later. Bye bye.
Enjoy the eclipse.
Will do. Bye bye.
Take care. That was fun. I love it when friends drop by. You can do the same. I do Bull City Hangout pretty much every weekday at noon. I say pretty much because sometimes I have to go to meetings and whatnot. And I either have to pre-record the show or do it later. But for the most part, it's at noon on weekdays, 10 a.m. on Saturdays. Now, Saturday's show will probably be pre-recorded, or maybe I'll do it live. I will be at the Feed My Sheep on the corner of Main and let's see, Main. I'll put it in the Skywriter, but there's going to be a grocery giveaway. So that's going to be Saturday from 9 until 11. So I'll be there representing senior pharmacists, giving away information and also just meeting people. So hopefully I'll get to see you there. If not, you can always watch Bull City Hangout on weekdays at noon and join me on camera. I would love that. And with that, read the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. Check on your elders, and I'll talk to you real soon. See you tomorrow. Ciao for now.